Hi there. Welcome again to Halibbebsparentingspot and welcome back to another random topic. It's back to school time for many of us and in most parts of the world. And some parents, families, children are feeling very anxious. Others are feeling excited. For some, it's a combination of both feelings. But getting your child ready for school also means that you have to get yourself ready for the new change that is going to happen in your household and you also have to be a very active participant in it. All children develop differently with different strengths and weaknesses, and so there is no actual way to establish 100% readiness, but there is a lot you can do to make this transition more pleasant for your child. So whether your child is going back to school or struggling with a new morning routine, getting ready for school or daycare in the morning doesn't have to always be a struggle. Before anything, keep in mind that your child's well-being and your child's health is your priority, especially after the COVID-19 lockdown. Talk to your child about what is going to happen and how things are going to change again. Make it sound fun and interesting with your tone of voice and facial expressions, and make it an ongoing conversation in your household. Get your child into a morning and evening routine, which means that you should have a specific bedtime and a specific wake-up time for your child. Many studies have shown that children thrive in routines and predictability, which means that when they know what is happening around them and when they have a little bit of control over what is happening around them, they tend to be happier, they tend to be to behave better, and they tend to be overall like really pleasant human beings. So your child should get the recommended hours of sleep necessary for their age within a 24-hour period, which also includes naps for those that are still taking a nap. And this is from many studies as well. So for example, if your child is between 1 to 2 years old, they should be getting about 11 to 14 hours of sleep a day. If they're between 3 to 5 years old, they should be getting about 10 to 13 hours of sleep. If they're between 6 to 13 years old, they should be having maybe 9 to 11 hours of sleep. And from 13 to 18 years old, they should be having about 8 to 10 hours of sleep a day. We will talk more about the importance of sleep and routines in another video. So if necessary, get your child's input in creating a visual schedule for them. This is a really cool thing to do with your child because it actually empowers your child to be more self-directed and more in control of how the day plays out, because that is like a reference board for them. So that way, you, the parent, you can take a step back and provide very minimal reminders to your child. I'll post a sample of a visual schedule on our Facebook page as well. So avoid power struggles in the morning with your child, by you staying really calm and give them time to get ready. You can also make your mornings less stressful by completing most of your chores the night before. So for example, after dinner, if you can prepare your child's lunch and leave it in the fridge overnight, especially if it is a cold lunch, like sandwiches and fruits, cut up for your fruits and the vegetable, things like that. For hot lunches, you can just serve it in a bowl, put it in the fridge, ready to be heated up in the morning, and it goes straight into the thermos. One other thing you can do is to, like right after dinner, after you clear up the dinner table, you can set up breakfast for the morning. That takes away one chore out of your morning routine. So whether your child is going to the previous school or whether they're old or they're young, go through a few things with them, like packing up your backpacks, opening your lunch containers, how they're going to make new friends, what to expect from the school, classrooms. Now you have to talk about not sharing their food, like them not sharing their food, even more, because before we used to have that conversation due to food allergies in this in the school environment or in the daycare environment, food intolerances and food restrictions for children. But now you have to reiterate that due to COVID-19 even more. So just remind them about wearing your mask, regular hand washing all the time, practice the physical distancing, being independent, and taking care of your personal belonging as well. That's very important. So make the return to school as positive as possible, and avoid negative conversations about this, around your child, because children do not cope well with negativity. Answer all their questions patiently so that there is some clarity as to what they would expect. After such a long time of staying at home, if you can visit the school environment, you don't necessarily need to go inside, just around the school, before the official reopening, just for your child to remember, how that environment looks like. And if it's a new school, just so they can have a little bit of idea of how it looks like. That brings down their anxiety a lot. So one other thing to remember is to work collaboratively with your child's school or daycare in order to build that strong mental foundation for your child as they return to school. Collaborate with them also, because it's very important to adhere to the health and safety protocol that is provided to you. You're doing this in order to keep your child safe, in order to keep your family safe, and in order to keep the community safe. But finally, remember to take care of yourself in order to better take care of your child. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.